As usual, it takes us a second to start up here. And we are... Come on, Facebook. Where go? Okay, cool. What's up, Hacksters? Welcome to Tuesday. I am messing around with some really cool stuff in the lab lately, but so today I happen to have this Sparkle Labs solar modification kit that I picked up at the MIT Museum last year sometime, and I've been meaning to do something with it ever since. What I really want to do is this thing can charge rechargeable AA or AAA nickel metal hydride batteries. And what better to power with it than a shitty add-on? Oh, this video has a slight content warning for occasional use of that word because it is actually a part of the name of this specification. Badge, PCB art badge add-on. Shaped like the Lunar Lander. It's cool. Also, it blinks little lights, and I think it would be great for the back of my helmet. And having it be solar powered means that I would never have to charge it or anything. I could just leave my helmet out in the light or go for a bike ride or whatever, and then it charges and everything's great, and I don't have to worry about my bike lights getting jacked because my helmet is with me. Or else it, either way it's gonna look kinda, it's not gonna look super professional, right? So no one's gonna try and rip it off, hopefully. We will see. So, I haven't opened this up before, but I have some things prepared. I've got some lead-free solder. I've got, actually these are just to test. Oh yeah, I should do that first actually. Well, these are to test the badge to make sure that I have the right connections before I try to do it with the rechargeables. I've got some copper tape. I've got some double-sided sticky foam tape, which I love. It's probably what I'm going to use mainly to attach the badge to the helmet. I've also got a hot glue gun warming up. I can smell it from here. I've got this screwdriver, Phillips screwdriver. I can use it to open this AA battery container, which is fantastic. It's got an on-off switch, and it screws shut, so the minor weather that we deal with in San Francisco, it should be able to handle. I've also got a knife because it looks like you might have to expose the contacts on the thing. I've also got some backup tools, including a multimeter, SparkFun Inventors or beginner parts kit from years and years ago. This is from like 2015. And I might need some diodes out of it. And then I also happen to have some aluminum tape, which I love. It looks so cool. I love this stuff. And I've already got silver Sharpie on the helmet, so it could look really cool if I need some kind of conductive tape. And finally, I have some regular old double-sided sticky tape. Yeah, so let's first check out this stuff on the internet, where I have it pulled up. There we go. So, sparklelabs.com is where you can find this kit. They have an emerging objects kit. It's designed for a class. There's the SunMod Solar Hacking Kit, which is what this is. It seems to have undergone a redesign, and you can get it for $20 online. Delightful. There's also a few other ones. Neat. Look how pretty and cute. Water level detector kit. All this stuff. Neat. Papertronics. Lunar models. Oh my goodness, look at this! Oh, this is so appropriate. More lunar landers. Cool. Wow, that's adorable. Wow. It's only $14. Oh, look at it. Okay. I might have to get that eventually. Yeah, so the solar modification kit has its own page where you can find a little bit of info, including a link to, this video from Matt Richardson from MakeZine, where he assembles it, which is very exciting. I can see if I'm doing anything wrong. He uses a Dremel because he's modifying a remote control. I also grabbed this picture so I could zoom in on those instructions in case they're any different. Yeah, so this is the kit. The SIO specification I'm going to be using for reference so that I can solder to the pins on the Lunar Lander breakout little guy. And then I'll see it's the same thing. And then I'll be able to make sure that I'm powering it correctly. We have an old article from Hackster. It's only from last May about the main Lunar Lander badge. This is by the same people who made the little tiny lunar module that I am going to be putting on my helmet. But you can see, you can follow them at twitter.com/lunarbadge, linked in the description here. And then they also did a Kickstarter, which is successful. Congratulations, folks. So that's all the internet I'm going to throw at you. Let's do some hands-on stuff. First, I'm going to test this whole setup to make sure that it works for the regular batteries, assuming that those regular batteries aren't dead, which may be bold of me. We will find out. Probably don't even need this on. Yeah, so let's just test this. According to the spec, got it oriented thus. So it looks like, so 3v3. Okay, so on the far right, the top one is 3v3 and the bottom one is ground. Okay, cool. Let's see if this works. I'm gonna twist these into little hooks. So I can sort of hook them around the pins and do a really simple little test. Doot 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 doot. Little hooky boy. Doot 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 doot. Another hook. You can look up the SAO specification for yourself. No relation with Sword Art Online. It's just a coincidence as far as I know. Here we go. Ah! Not optimal. But no, it's not working. Really? It's really not working? Oh, you know what? Ha. I forget it has that wonderful switch, which makes me so happy. So let's try this again. I'm just gonna wedge that in there. Hey, cool. Okay, what color are these? I thought they were blue, but maybe not. I try to maintain my color scheme as much as possible. I thought I had two of these. Maybe the other one was blue. But here we go. It's cute, right? Yeah, and it works. That's great. So, now, enough of these old, boring, completely dead batteries. I mean, you know, rechargeable batteries in my mind feel kind of like they're living, like they're alive. You can recharge them and come back to life. These ones, once they're gone pretty much. I mean, I'm sure some of you have hacks for that, but I'm not going to be trying to recharge non-rechargeable batteries anytime soon. So, that done, I'm going to try and solder these together. Let's flip on the soldering iron. And the other thing I need to do while that's heating up, put these all in one place, is open this up. Mod your device, remotes, toys, more. We're going for more. Harness the power of the sun, attach this flexible solar panel. This is why I chose the helmet, because it's a flexi panel and it'll like curve around the contour of the helmet. AA or AAA rechargeable batteries, and in all the directions they do show a 2 batteries in series configuration, which is what we have here. Note that the positive red wire goes in here, then it's connected through the battery. This ground terminal of that battery is connected to the positive terminal of the other battery. You see that's one piece of metal. And then it goes to ground over here, meaning the 2 batteries are in series. Power is connected through both of them, and then it comes out here again. Cool. I mean, technically the electrons go in this one and come out that one. It's terrible. Find out more at sparklelabs.com/sunmod. RoHS certified. MIT Museum Shop. Yeah. Free energy from the sun. Very exciting. Let's open this up. Boom. I've been waiting to do this for months. I don't remember when I got this. It was like, was it during Open Hardware Summit a year ago? I think it was. Maybe more than a year ago. Wow. Oh, cool. Oh, yes, the double-sided tape they mentioned is foam tape because it's the best tape. You know it is. Great. Okay, and here's our little cell. It's sticking onto here. There we go. Thank you for purchasing the Solar Sparkle Labs Sun Mod Kit. Your solar panel will be connected to both ends of the series of batteries. Insert the metal tabs of the solar panel between the end of the series of batteries and the metal contacts of the electronic device. So, yeah. Cool. The wire on the top A should be connected to the positive end of the... Oh, I don't know which one was on the top. But we have the multimeter for that purpose. Hooray. You know, it would help if you showed us... Because these have a clearly directional design. It would be nice if that had a little diagram on here. But oh well. Well, we can figure this out. Or you could make the wires different colors or something like that. Anything. There's a bone here. But yeah, we should get some amount of voltage out of this. I think it's 4 point something volts rated, but it will pretty much never get that entire amount of voltage. So let's do our soldering because probably our iron is hot now. And then I'll figure this out for now. Oh wait, no, because it wants to go between the device and, well, okay, fine. Right. Oh, they do have a diagram. I'm just unobservant. Great. And indeed, the shorter wire is wire B. And so we have two pieces of evidence to show us that this diagram is in fact correct. Not only does it have those directional little lines on it, but also wire B is shorter than wire A, and we do have a shorter wire on the side that the lines are pointing to. Cool! Yay! I probably don't have to multimeter it, which is great. I sometimes enjoy a multimeter session, but often it's just kind of fiddling around with stuff. I need those little ones, you know, the squeezy, I'm going to show you. Squeezy multimeter hooks. Mini hook test leads, there we go. Multimeter test leads, yeah, okay. These guys, those. See, look at these. Look how beautiful they are. You squeeze the button on the end, and then this tiny hook comes out, and then it there's a spring inside that retracts it again so that it grabs onto whatever you're trying to test. And it makes your life so much easier, including in tests like what I was just doing with the pins on here. So I should just get some of those, but I haven't yet. So we're going to be excited about having wire B be plainly visible. Okay, so wire A goes at the positive end, wire B goes at the negative end. Are these just double-sided? Yeah, okay, so they're double-sided little copper guys, and they just go in there. Neat. All they have to do is be between the battery set and here. So what's the best way to do that? It probably does make sense to keep them inside of here. How do I want to arrange it? I want the Lunar Lander to sit roughly here, because that way it comes kind of straight out, you know, see that? It faces straight back because of that little SAO connector. So I want to put the solar strip sort of across here, I guess, so that it gets plenty of light. Or do I not want to do that? Because it's going to be some amount of weight on it. This helmet gets banged around a little bit while I'm like attaching it to my backpack. So that's a practical consideration as well. I could put the solar panel up here. I have to make sure it's got wires that are long enough. And then the battery pack here. But the solar panel goes between the battery pack and the device. So if I put the device sort of up here, are people going to be able to see it while I'm biking? I'll put the batteries on the back. I'm going to just forcibly not care about the weight distribution for now. I can fix it later if I want, and I will put the solar panel here on the crown. Yes. Okay, so with that figured out, let's lay it out. Short wire should go over here. That's the ground wire going on the top here. And then this goes here. And then this goes at the bottom. Yes, that all reaches. Fantastic. What I will need to do is somehow make it possible. Maybe I should orient it this way. So what I'm going to do, I think, is attach the top of the battery pack to the helmet. I won't be able to screw it shut, but I think that's okay. Because that means that this hole will be oriented down, as will the switch, and it won't get as gunked up in rain or whatever. Or I could just hot glue over it. And then I'd have the switch up. No, I'll do it this way. So we're gonna have, yeah, if the, oh, I've gotta make sure there's space for this to happen actually. What if I had it oriented the other way? This might make more sense in the end, because then I can slide this up and down off that way. Yeah. And then it'll go like that. I will have the wires like that. Or do I want to put the battery on the top? That might make more sense. It's gonna look super dorky no matter what. Let's just face that fact immediately. Yeah, another thing that I could conceivably do is put the battery pack in my pocket. But that's a terrible idea for multiple reasons. I would definitely strain the wires. They would get caught on all kinds of stuff. No. Yeah, let's put it down here though. I could put it sideways. Fancy that. There is risk of water leaking in both ends at that point. But it's not gonna just like, the battery pack isn't just gonna fall off if I hit a big bump though, if it's sideways. Yeah, I think that looks good. And that way it's not gonna be blocking the view of the lights from anyone. All right, so I think we've got a plan. All I need to do is figure out how I'm going to get the wiring in here. And I think that it might just be able to fit through. I will have to cut these wires though. Which is unfortunate. So I'll put it this way, and then the wires can go in over there where this can reach. Wire B is the ground wire, right? Of course, we put the helmet on top of the instructions. B is the ground wire. Okay, cool. So let's, oh, I don't need this after all. That's for a different version of the kit. Yeah, we're going to attach this like so. And I'm just gonna try and, yeah, I do have to desolder these from the copper tips, but that's fine. I'll do that really quick. At least there's already a solder joint there, so I don't have to cut anything, which would be a pain. Now this copper plate here is a giant heat sink, essentially, which means that I will have to apply a little bit more heat, I think. Where are we at? 500 Fahrenheit. That's not bad. Let's go to 550. Okay, number 1. And get a little bit more solder on the iron for better thermal contact. There we go. Number 2. So, sort of clean that up a little bit. I might actually just strip these and re-tin them and stuff. Cool. Oh, I don't actually want these to be pointed, do I? So now I have my 2 little wires. I'm going to thread them through this battery case hole. Can they both fit, please? Yes! Haha! Glorious. Look at that. Now I have to remember which one is which is going to be harder to tell. Okay, so now we're up here. And I think yeah, they just go between, so that means I can just solder this directly to the appropriate battery contact. When it's a double-sided piece of copper, it's basically a conductor, so it's not interfering with the circuit at all, it's just being added onto it. I'm going to squeeze this around here. This is B, right? Yes, good. And solder it onto the, double check this is the ground connection. Yes, good. Power ground. B is over here. We're going to solder that. I don't even need the copper plates at all right now. This is going to be another big heat sink, so let's try and tin that first, actually. Oh, that's not too bad. I'll just bring this guy in. How's that? That looks pretty decent. Yeah, cool. All right, now the positive wire, which is this longer one. Gotta kind of twist it to get it to come out here. Where's my tweezers? There we go. Tweezed. I'm going to reduce the brightness a little bit here so you can actually see what's going on. Hey, yeah, all right. Let's focus up a little bit higher, shall we? There we go. Okay, so now I've got this positive wire that I'm going to solder onto the positive contact. That should all fit. Can I wiggle this so that it comes forward? No. Ugh. Come here. Just want to connect you. Probably better practice to put down the soldering iron before grabbing the tweezers, but we can handle it. Okay, cool. This wire doesn't really want to be soldered onto here. Oof, I definitely got some melting plastic in there. Ooh, yikes. Okay. Let's try this once more, just to really get a nice solid connection. I think that the heat of the plate here is sucking up heat, and that's going into the plastic case and melting it a little bit, causing it to get a little bit grody. Cool. But now we're pretty much good. Should be. And if let's see. So I have to find some nickel metal hydride batteries. Are we done with soldering yet? We're not. We need to solder this as well. Okay. Let's consult the oracle again, and by the oracle I mean the specification. Okay, so bottom view, top right is 3 volts. Okay, cool. Let's tin these guys. They're actually a little bit long, but that's fine. Looks good. Cool. Oh yeah, not putting that away yet. We gotta attach this. I'm gonna tin these little contacts. Try not to melt the plastic in the meantime. I'll probably end up with extra wire around, but once I find my black electrical tape, I'll be able to tape over that. Also, this wire is stranded and feels a little bit brittle, so I'm going to hot glue over these connections once they're done, and done and tested, and make sure that they aren't going to get stressed and break. So I think we have our whole circuit here. Let's test this again. Uh-oh. Nothing doing. That is the right pins. Those are the right pins, pardon me. And these batteries are good. Oh wait, this battery has some corrosion. But it worked earlier. Flip them around, would that help for some reason? It does not, unsurprisingly. Oh, wait, here we go. They just weren't pushed in. You know, there's that quotation about insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting things to change. Well, there you go. Sometimes it actually works. Beautiful. Oh, it's so pretty. Cool. Now I'm going to apply the hot glue to my circuits, to my solder joints, that is. And then we're going to, these don't need, they probably do. I'm gonna put a little bit of hot glue in there just to hold it. Plus, like, actually, I do want to waterproof this little ingress hole. And that looks like it pretty much does the job without looking all grody. Cool. Now, let's do the Lunar Lander. Batteries are going to be mounted like that, so I'm going to bend them down through this handy dandy little crevice, making sure not to short them or break them. And then I'm going to hot glue that all the way up so that it just like won't move, because I do not want this thing either shorting out or getting physically stressed. So I'm just thoroughly potting it in this hot glue. Plenty of structural support. Cool. If you live in a hot climate, it may be best to use a different type of insulating and supporting solution here, because I have been in like 100-degree weather, 105-degree weather, and had the hot glue on my bike lights start to detach. It was a bad scene. I had to tie them on with ribbon, and it worked out in the end, but best to avoid it in the first place if you can. Let's see what happens if I check the comments. We have no comments so far. I'm going to assume that that means I'm doing everything perfectly and everyone is happy. Delightful. I'm just going to let this cool for a minute longer. It's still tacky. And then we'll see about attaching it to the helmet. I don't think I'll need this screw because that's used for closing the battery case. Pardon me. And I'm not going to be using that. I'm just going to, because it's going to be on the bottom against the helmet, which doesn't make any sense. Oh, I have tea. Yes. It's very chilly in the studio. I'm going to check YouTube and see if there's any comments there. Sometimes there are. Again, I'm just waiting for this hot glue to cool so that I can move on. No comments there either yet, but we have 2 people watching, which is exciting. All right, I think we're ready. You know, it's very on brand for me to say that too hastily, but look at this. This looks pretty good to go. It feels solid. All right, so the lunar lander is going to go at the top up here. We're going to curve this around on the top. How's that going? It's going to go like so. So actually, I might have to reorganize things a bit. I might need some slightly longer cables, or I might just need to revise my plan. Let's get this camera further up. Oy. Now you can see the full glorious mess on my desk. See if you can identify everything. There we go. All right, we've got various bits. We've got some more solder over there. We've got old teacups. Okay, so I want to have the Lunar Lander module here-ish. Does that allow us to put the solar panel at the top? We might not have space. Okay, we're gonna have to mount it this way. That's fine. That might be difficult actually, because it has to slide all the way down. Can I get this wire to go the other way around? I don't think so. I might have to lengthen these actually. Or I can just do it this way. Have the lander at the bottom. You know what? That's actually better for visibility probably. So if I move the whole thing up the helmet, then we get kind of a decent arrangement. It looks really dorky still, but that's fine. This is an incredibly dorky project. So I'm going to use this double-sided foam tape they gave us to attach the solar panel. Actually, what should I do first? This is all pretty light. And this needs to be able to flex. I don't know if this has enough mobility with the current setup. Oh, I think it does. Okay, that'll work. All right. attach this to the solar cells. Not very evenly. That's fine. I'm gonna do a little bit of hot glue around the rim anyway. And of course I'm finishing this project just as it gets dark outside, but that's fine. We will test it tomorrow. Also, maybe some of my batteries have a little charge left in them. Oh my goodness. There we go. That looks pretty good. So I'm gonna attach this like so. And maybe I'll just leave it. Does this fit? Does it reach? This might need to be some other. That's actually a challenge. If I arrange it this way, no, then it doesn't have space. Curses! I might just not have enough wire. I think I will worry about that later. Oh, you know what? I don't have to open it. They're rechargeable. That's the whole point. That's the whole point, Alex. Okay, cool. Let's go find the batteries. I put them in a weird place as always. Okay, so I have this bag of batteries. I actually have a couple old rechargeable Kodak digital camera batteries. What kind are these? These are nickel metal hydride. Cool, I'll use those if this fails. In the meantime, I've got these other ones that can recharge over USB, so I might try and do a different solar project. Uses that. Let's see. Nickel metal hydride. Same. Cool. I'm going to use these because I don't think that they have any mates. And they still look good. Marvelous. I've had these floating around in my bedroom for years, but I've never done anything with them, like since, you know, probably, I don't even want to guess, maybe 8 years or so. And so finally, they're getting a use in this bad boy here. Okay, we're going to close this up. Try and get them to stay in place. I didn't warp the thing when I put this together, so I don't know why they're being a jerk. It's double A's, right? Yeah, it's double A's. They really want to pop out of there. But once I put the cover on, that'll probably fix itself. Okay, cool. Go in there. Go in there. Do it. There we go. Cool. Achieved. We achieved the thing. I'm gonna put this here. There we go. Yes. Close enough. Now let's pull out my other foam tape, which has been lost to the forever. It looks like, no, it's under here. Don't need that piece. Do need this piece, about yay long. Okay, This stuff is magic. It's just 3M double-sided foam tape. Mounting tape, it's sometimes called. Yeah, that looks good. Close enough. That's actually pretty sturdy, but I'm going to put some hot glue under it just in case. Okay, and now the final piece is attaching the lunar module. I could try and hide this, but I think I'll do something later on about that. In the meantime, complete dorkitude. I could just mount it on here. No, we'll put it there. I should have scooted the whole thing up a bit, I think. But oh well. I'm gonna put 2 layers of double-sided tape underneath here. Wait, how is it sticking? Oh, it's a... Huh. Well, that question answered itself. And I don't anticipate this being a permanent mod for right now. I'm assuming I'm going to mess around with it a bit. But for tonight, I think we are pretty much done. Just squirt a little bit more hot glue under here. It's not incredibly pretty as projects go, but it is functional. Should be functional. I'm going to use a trick and force some more hot glue out of here with a screwdriver because I'm out of hot glue sticks. Doop. There we go. Beautiful. Okay. So we have just made an incredibly dorky, but somewhat safe bike helmet. This is a not incredibly practical project, but it is an example of how you can use solar power to upgrade existing projects, such as this Lunar Lander, and make them solar. I'm really excited to check out some other solar kits and get those up and running as well for different applications. There isn't any charge in here, is there? No, no charge. Oh well. And yeah, stay tuned for more sustainable tech. I'm excited. I'm going to be posting some awesome sustainable things from CES. I think actually we already did. There is a personal wind turbine or turbine or whatever, that I saw at the show, and it generates enough electricity to power your personal devices. It packs up into a little carrying bag, and it's about 2.5 pounds. It's very exciting. I think it's by a company called Tenergy. Let's check that out. Tenergy. Personal turbine. Nope, it was a different one, but let's say CES personal turbine. Well, I'll look it up later and I'll put the link in the description of this video. It will be very exciting for me. And yeah, that's all I got for you. Hack on. Have an awesome night. Thanks for hanging out with me while I hacked on a